Nigerians waited for the 25th of February 2023 to come, like for eternity. But today, that day is behind us. It was a day Nigerians, especially the electorate, party supporters, party loyalists, and everybody went out to choose leaders for another 4 years at the federal level, presidency, and those at the National Assembly. Results have been announced, winners have been declared. So many things are going on. But we are going to be looking at the aftermath of this election today on our program, Nigeria Decides. So many things came up. Some people were not so happy at the outcome, but we know that of a contest of 18 persons or 18 candidates, we are going to have only one winner. So that means that 17 others will not be too happy. But there's a general consensus amongst them that the process or the exercise did not go as promised by INEC. My name is Thomas Ado. I say welcome to Nigerian Decide Studios on the Independent Television. I still have with me here as the beautiful Ameze Bazwaye, AB.
Good morning.
Welcome again to the program.
Thank you.
The elections are behind us.
True.
We thank God. It's like it wasn't coming at all. Like 27th will not come. From your little assessment, what do you make of that election?
Well, like you rightly said, 18 contestants,
Okay.
and we had one winner. It was keenly contested for.
Okay.
Although right now, tension is just as high as it was before because a lot of persons feel there were some irregularities, and yes, like we had the press conference of the presidential candidate of the PDP and of course the Labour Party, and they came out to say, like for instance, the Labour Party candidate saying he would go to court. Same thing with the PDP candidate saying he's not okay. Yeah, definitely nobody is going to be okay with not being the winner, but let's see how far that goes because a lot of Nigerians are, especially the youth, were clamoring for a particular person. Now, seeing that that person didn't emerge has caused an uproar. A lot of persons are saying they want to protest, they want to do this, they want to do that. But I think like the Labour Party candidate said, it's best they go to court. Yeah. I don't think protest to change anything.
No, did he say he was going to court? Because I thought he said he was going to challenge the process, but he didn't tell us. He said he was going to prove that he won the election. But we are going to prove it.
Where else are he going to prove it?
It was the presidential candidate of the PDP that came out outrightly to say that he was going to court to go and contest to go and challenge the outcome and all of that. But one thing that so many people were against was this Beavers thing.
Exactly, I was about to go there because the INEC chairman actually came out and said, we are ready, we're completely ready, the Beavers machine are going to work totally. And then on that day, we got to see some people saying they had to bring generators to help the INEC staff power the Beavers machine and stuff like that. Okay. So I'm wondering, how do you say you're ready and then on that particular day we get to see such problems occurring? And I don't know. Some people's faces couldn't.
Powering the beavers or generators and all of that, I don't have any issue with that. Okay. But what the people were saying, or what they are still saying
once
now.
Once you cast your vote, it's automatic.
You understand? but I don't think that. But that wasn't what INEC promised us.
Exactly.
You recall last Friday or the other Friday, Obo Efanga was here with us. What he told us is that the beavers is going to eliminate over voting. That it's only the number of accredited voters that will be recognized at that point. Yes, before that day, INEC chairman Mahmoud Yakubu told us, yes, he did say that the results are going to be uploaded using the Beavers machine and all of that. But I came to discover that in some areas, the Beavers machine accredited people voting took place. But before the results were uploaded, because you have to count manually. You must count. There's a manual process in this whole thing. There's a manual process. You need to count manually. Before that, and so many things happened. But one thing is that so many people, especially those in the political class, came out to say they were looking at the cloud, so to speak. They say we should look at the cloud, though, we are looking at feeds like the portal and all of that. They're going to get the results that are going to be uploaded. They didn't get that. And that is why they are saying the
I don't want
process was not too
speak
fair.
in favor of INEC, but let's be practical. This is Nigeria. Network can fail. Let's be practical. I'm not saying that's what happened, but I'm just trying to see their own side of it. It's possible that in some areas the network wasn't so strong.
Okay.
So uploading it immediately may have given them some tough time. I don't know if that's the case. I can't speak for them. I'm just reasoning. It's possible that could have happened.
You know what? When after conducting the Ogun election, sorry, the Osun election, the Ekiti election, they told us that the results were uploaded immediately, and I think people saw that. You understand? So if an election of that, which they told us to see as a model for the presidential election, things went on smoothly there and did not come up this way. So many people, they have right to raise some kind of eyebrow. You understand, Nigerians? Anyway, they were one thing I keep telling people is that because you have a particular candidate at heart to win the election, doesn't mean Thomas Ado must have the same candidate to vote for. You understand? So I think we should just take it as coolly, as calmly as possible. They said they are going to court. Let them go to court, and let's see what's going to happen in the courts. Because it's sad to think that, yes, after INEC has promised us that everything is going to be uploaded, that they didn't see, and that's what they are against. But for now, I think it's two of the candidates that are at the forefront of saying they want to contest the outcome of the whole thing. So we wish them well and all of that. But I want to thank Nigerians for one thing, because before today there were rumors in different quarters that some people are going to take to the streets, going to do all of that. And one thing about Nigerians, we don't know how to protest. There has never been...
It must always be hijacked.
You understand? Always. It's either it's hijacked or maybe... Because most times they start peacefully. Before you know what's happening, I don't know if it's the same thing. They are thinking they are not getting the result that they desire, or you understand, they just increase the tempo somehow, or maybe it was hijacked, or maybe most of those things are hijacked. But the truth is that we need to learn how to protest if you want to. To protest is your right. You have a right to meet with the police. They'll give you protection while you are doing your protest. The most important thing is that you don't destroy government property. You don't destroy our property. Look at most of our roads are damaged because we are protesting. We set bonfire, burning the roads and the rest. One thing is that what you have, what caked the granite and everything on that road is the tar. And these things are inflammable. So by the time you put your tires there and it's burning, you understand, the tires will be burnt off. That place will be soft. And before you know what's happening, the road is damaged. And you know what it takes for Nigeria to build a road, to politicians, you know, the kind of cause that they give to us. And funny enough, when they've done something, to go back to that place, to go and effect repairs, it's always a problem. You understand? So who is going to suffer the brunt? We, the commoners. So that's why I must advise us, if we want to protest. But the good thing is that the two frontrunners, the two people that are now against the result, they've called their supporters, ask them not to take to the streets. Do not protest. We are going to use all legal means to ensure that, yes, we get our mandate, in quotes, back. Because I remember Peter Obi described the mandate. He said it's our mandate. You understand? That means it's his mandate. Then Atiku Abubakar said it is his mandate. So I don't know this mandate. Whether we're going to share the mandate.
Has to go to one person.
That is it. I was thinking that maybe we don't bring the mandate, put it on the table like this, divide it and give it to everybody.
It's not going to be possible. One person has to emerge winner. Even if they go to court and another person emerges winner, it's still one person. Everybody cannot get satisfied. The 18 persons, candidates who contested, cannot get satisfied. It has to be one person that will lead Nigeria, whether we like it or not.
But in a race, there's always one winner that emerges in a race. But the truth is that when you are running a 100 meters dash, or maybe 4x400 meters relay, or whatever it is, you know, there's a starting point. That one is very clear. You know, on your marks, get set, go. It's like that. So at the end of the day, you will see the person that breaks the tape. You understand? Because that one is glaring. But in this case, people are picking holes in the process. I just pray that at the end of the day, INEC should be able to make some kind of amends. It's another election coming, and they're still going to conduct it. But one thing I'm not too happy with is that the people are disenfranchised. They are disenchanted. They are not too at home. So people will say they're not going to participate in the next election.
I actually saw some persons burning their PVCs. What for? I just felt like it was unwise.
Yeah.
Because you're going to vote in subsequent elections. What are you going to use? You start looking for how to go through the whole queues and all that again just to get that. It was, to me, a very unwise decision. No matter how upset you are, no matter how sad you feel because your candidate did not win, you don't now take it out on the PVC that is your right to vote or to ensure that that person probably, even if they don't win this time around, maybe next time Nigerians may see that this person should be the one going into power. So why burn your only key card into getting that person into power?
I don't know if it's Jeff Kennedy now that contested almost every elections and did not win until contested the... No, it can start like from the councillorship election that we have here until he tried out his hands on presidency. He tried all through before he won, you understand? So if your candidate did not win today, doesn't mean you will not win tomorrow. The incumbent president tried 4 times, if I'm not mistaken, President Muhammadu Buhari. He tried it a number of times before he won. You understand? So if the gladiators are trying again and again, and at the end of the day they are winning, so why must you, a follower, just give up like that? I said, no. I still have the belief that this is a kind of learning curve for Nigeria, and the authorities in charge, the commission in charge, INEC should go back to that drawing board.
Sure.
And this drawing board, I don't know, everybody's going back to that drawing board. That drawing board is never full.
I don't feel it's just about going back to the drawing board. Our mindsets need to change. Because you can't keep saying overhaul the system, change everything, rebrand everything. If you don't rebrand your mindset to fit into what you're trying to change everything into, it's still not going to work. If you're thinking manually and you're saying let's work electronically, how do they fit? It's going to be really difficult. Our mindsets have to change as well. I was listening to someone yesterday on one of our programs, and the person was saying, what stops INEC from just putting everything online? Like, as you vote online, you click on a button and everything, it immediately counts. Everybody sees it. One person has voted, the so-and-so person has so-and-so votes. We do it for beauty contests, beauty pageants. Sometimes they tell you, vote for me online. As soon as you click that person's picture or that person's name, it immediately counts. You see who is winning, who is losing. It's very clear, very easy. So why can't INEC go into something like that?
Before today...
Or do we have to always do manual? You raise one, this so-and-so, so-and-so, so-and-so. Why?
Before today...
Although we can have the issue of hackers, people hacking into the systems and stuff like that. That's another one.
The biggest democracy in the world is that of the US. And you recall what happened in the case of Donald Trump and who now? I think Biden? Who did they contest with? Is it Biden now?
Biden.
Okay.
Biden.
No, when Donald Trump won.
Oh.
Okay, when he contested the election, he won, and so many things followed. People were complaining that some people hacked the system and all of that, that the Russians have behind the needs, you know, all of this. So should the Americans be having such complaints that we think we are patterning our democracy along, I think we need to be a little patient. That time will come. We need to learn how to sit down, crawl. Before we stand, we walk.
Are you sure we're not taking so long?
Okay,
to crawl?
But you know, before today, I think we crawled. We just stood up now. So I think it's high time we start walking, because what is happening to me personally, Thomas Ado, I think is not what INEC promised us that we got. Because the truth is that somebody said that INEC promised overwhelmingly, but they performed underwhelmingly. You understand? So it's not what they expected. But all the same, I think maybe by next week or so, we should be having, I will see how we can extend the invitation to Oboyefanga, so he can come again on set and talk to us, because they have so many challenges, I know. Because after he delivered the results for those states, I watched him on national television after I delivered. Less than 1 minute after I delivered, I called him, you know, and we spoke. So I tried to give him an invitation. Let's believe that he will come It's a gentleman. His word is always his bond. If he's not coming, we say, sorry, sir, I can't come. So should he come? We're asking so many questions because so many things that are happening that we need to take care of. All the candidates started receiving their certificates of returns. That's what they call it, certificates of return. The presidential candidate of the APC, Bola Ahmed Tinubu, has gotten it, his own. Shettima has gotten his own, and so many other persons. Even the international community have said that, okay, the process was okay, it was good. The US congratulated Tinubu, but said one thing, because my late father told me that once you are listening to somebody, and that listen and watch out for anything like bots. You understand?
True.
They congratulated Ahmed Tinubu for his victory, for INEC declaring him the winner, but they said INEC must check the lapses that we had noticed. So what do you make of that? You always smile and listen. You see, the country is
Your late father is right. When there is a bot attached to any statements, you need to read in between the lines, because it means that they don't wholeheartedly, or they are not wholeheartedly congratulating. They're also saying we feel that some things were out of place and you should rectify those things. They may not necessarily be saying that he isn't the person who should be in power, but like we've talked about INEC and some irregularities that we saw happening during the election. I'm sure probably that's what they are trying to address. It may not necessarily be that, okay, we don't support this person. They may just be saying, in case of subsequent elections, such areas that were having issues shouldn't come up again.
Should be addressed. The issue of violence is one that we saw. Violence was almost everywhere. Or maybe some areas.
Well, I feel it was a bit reduced this time around.
They recorded up to 3 deaths in the states.
Yes.
And one life is very precious, you know. So there are people I saw on television yesterday, people from a Ewonogbon community.
Yes.
They were complaining that one of their own was shot, dead. You understand? We made to understand that 2 people lost their lives at Ogege community.
Yes.
Mr. Governor, Godwin Obaseki, he went round to meet with some of the bereaved and spoke with them, you understand, and tried to console them and all of that. So should we say 3 lives were lost in those states, maybe unofficially or officially now, you understand? That is too much for an election. Let's not forget so soon that the former president, Goodluck Jonathan, he said election was not worth the life of one citizen.
Yes, true.
You understand? He said he was ready to vacate his position. Let it go. Instead of spilling blood of anybody, especially an innocent person. You understand? Because these people, they went out to go and cast their votes, and now their lives have been cut short. But I don't think it's something that we should celebrate. You understand? So 3 people officially in a state, I don't think that is good enough. So we don't even know what happened in the other states. We don't know. And for people to be losing their lives, security, I don't know what happened. They went to some police units or police stations, especially Idia College. Idia College was scattered. Everything they had there was scattered. They went to a Mokpa primary school, which funny enough is where the governor votes. That's what for. You know, so after he voted, people don't have respect for constitutional authority. After he voted, some hoodlums came and scattered the whole thing. That should not be happening. You understand? If I thought they don't have respect for the process or anything, at least that is where the governor votes. So you should respect that place. We also recorded almost the same thing in some other areas, even in Jatu, like the area of the deputy governor. You see, I think some of these things should be checked.
No, I actually made mention of something earlier on. I said, even if we say, let's rebrand the system, let's overhaul the system, our mindsets need to change. It was human beings who went to do that. If they don't think in that manner, why would you go and destroy? Everybody's voting who they want. Why are you going to scatter everything so that place, the votes will become void, or they will no longer count those votes? Why? Let everybody compete fair and square. Let everybody vote their conscience. You don't have to come and scatter what they're doing. Even if you think your person is not winning, your candidate isn't winning, why do you go and destroy the chances of another person winning? I just feel like Nigerians totally, even starting with myself, we need to change our mindset towards these things. If not, we're not going to go anywhere. We'll still crawl.
No.
It's just the truth.
We are now standing.
Okay.
That the tree
We'll
are
still
not
stand. We'll
standing.
stand forever.
No, we will move now. Tony Etim told us that there are ways that you can move. So he applauded
Okay.
Nigeria for standing at this point,
Wow.
but it's asking us to make that movement. So by the time we make the first step, the second will follow. But one thing
hope
that you
so.
said that I think we should take home, Michael Jackson said, if you want a change, you need to start with the man in the mirror.
Yeah.
Let's take a break. We'll come back. Don't go anywhere. Good morning. We want to appreciate you for investing part of your time with us this morning. Coasting home now, Amazing. What would you like to say about the discussions we had, their opinions and all of that? Because they have their opinions. I know you
Yes,
have your
definitely.
own opinion too. But as a professional, you know what to say and what not to.
Okay, from what I gathered and from what I said earlier on, before we brought in our guest, we need to change our mindsets. I saw both of them trying to go back and forth,
On INEC.
talking about, no, not about INEC now,
Okay.
about England and America, comparing both.
Democracies there.
Yes,
Yeah.
it's all about mindsets. Our guest was trying to say, talk about the fact that a lot of persons are literate in England, and I don't feel it has to do with literacy. I just feel it has to do with what you know. It's not going to school that makes you intelligent. Let me
Okay,
use that word,
okay.
or makes you know the right thing to do. So I feel that we need to change our mindsets before we can think about doing any other thing in this country.
Anyway, I don't have much to say. I want to tell our viewers there, the electorate and everybody, the next election is on the 11th. There is so much disenchantment in town. People are saying they won't come out. I want us to encourage ourselves. This election is even more important than the one we had, because this one is closer home.
Sure.
These are the people that are going to decide our future through legislating laws for us, through telling us what to do and what not to do. So if you say you are not going to be part of this election, I don't think you'll be doing yourself any good. My name is Thomas Sado, and I'll be doing this with Ameze Bazuaye Ebi. Good morning.
Good morning
again.
once again.
Some other time we'll see you again. Take care and have a great day ahead.